Hello, my name is Dr. Dorothy Cowie and I'm an Associate Professor in Psychology at Durham University.
Hello, my name's Hayley Dew and I'm a postdoctoral researcher at Durham University.
Hello, my name is Dr. Marco Gillis and I'm a reader in computing and virtual reality at Goldsmiths University of London.
This research project was funded by the ESRC on the grant titled The Development of Own Body Representation in Childhood.
Body ownership forms part of our sense of self. For example, how do we know that our body belongs to us? One way to study body ownership before virtual reality was to induce the illusion that a new body or body part feels like one's own. One example is the rubber hand illusion. With paradigms like the rubber hand illusion, you're often limited in terms of the hand's visual appearance, and it cannot move independently or be controlled by the individual. In virtual reality, an individual can move and control a body or body part, and it can move independently. Movement of the body is much more accurate and realistic representation of daily life. The majority of research on body ownership has focused on adults, and so little is known about bodily awareness in children. It is important to understand how body ownership develops and how it changes across childhood and into adulthood. Understanding how typical body ownership develops in children may also help inform researchers about how and why body representation can go wrong in later adolescence or adulthood.
We asked children between 4 to 14 years to complete fun tasks in a virtual funfair environment, such as popping bubbles or catching feathers. They use virtual hands with a different appearance or human form, such as a cross. Sometimes they can move and control the hands, other times it moves independently. We then asked them questions about how much it felt like their own hand and how in control of it they felt. Generally, both adults and children revealed higher levels of body ownership when the virtual hands moved in synchrony with their own movements. We found this for children as young as 4 years old. It suggests that, like adults, visual and spatial signals strongly drive children's body ownership. Under those synchronous movement conditions, children felt body ownership for all virtual hands to some degree. However, when they were asked if the virtual hand felt more like a tool, such as a gaming controller or a computer mouse, there was a clear difference between the forms, with only the hand feeling like part of the body.
These results have important applications for developers. Firstly, they show that users of all ages can safely enjoy the experience of having a virtual body. Secondly, developers can maximize user experiences for users of all ages by synchronizing the user's movement with the movement of the on-screen controller. Finally, while children are able to feel some embodiment over a range of forms, using a hand shape will give the crucial sense that the controller is really part of the user's body.
The VR environments that we used in this experiment were created with Unity, and the VR hardware was standard commercial hardware. At the time it was an Oculus Rift, and so we were able to use just the standard hand tracking devices that we would use in any standard commercial VR environment. So just the touch controllers, they track the hands well enough to give that sense of ownership.
Of course, we take great care to engage our child participants and to make sure that they feel comfortable with their experiences. Plus, short experiences with VR are no more dangerous for eyesight than watching television.
I went to a fairground. It's very fun. I think you'd enjoy it. It feels like it's a real place. You can do quite a lot. You can look around, see what's behind you.
From previous research with adults, we do know that VR can have a powerful effect on attitudes and behaviours, and this is one of the reasons that it's important to continue studying the nature of VR embodiment in children.